Alright, this is Firelord. This is Legends, Chapter 10. But as I have pointed out, this official reading order, it doesn't work. But this is Firelord, issue 56. And the first Firelord tie-in issue was actually pretty decent. This one is more of your typical tie-in story, but there is still some good stuff going on. We ended issue 55 with Firelord defeated. He got thrown onto a bonfire. This is written by John Ostrander, who writes the rest of Firelord series after this, and who was also writing the main Legends crossover. And in case you missed the last video, or you cannot be arsed to remember, the comic as you covered, what happened was Firelord, he got beat by Brimstone, and this issue specifies that he got beat 3 separate times. And I think they say that it is 3 separate times because of the bad coordination, making what was meant to be a single fight seem to have 3 different endings. Then the general public, or the shit munchers if you prefer, they have been whipped up into a frenzy by superhero hating rhetoric, and they have started doing what all sensible mobs do. They started burning books. Firelord, though, he was at a crossroads because the two people who combined to make Firelord, they had politically opposed views on what was happening. Robbie Amell wants to be a superhero and save people if he can, but Jack Bristow, he is buying into all the hate mongering and the government bans. So when they did become Firelords, they were quickly overwhelmed by the mob, as Firelord's 2 halves were busy bickering. Out of nowhere comes Swaller from Spit and Swallow. He makes a pretty decent guest appearance if you are a fan of this character, but I didn't think anyone is. I like his appearance here because I found myself laughing at lines of dialogue like, "Suck my fist, you lousy bunch of commie perverts." That should be a catchphrase. It is a gem. Swaller, he beats up a bunch of commie perverts. And I quite like this take on Swaller as a very angry Republican. They should have stuck with this. It gives him more personality than he normally has. They tend to downplay it and make him less violent, or de-emphasize, or minimize his political extremes. Firelord separates, and the 2 of them bicker some more, with Jack Bristow swearing he will shoot Robbie Amell if he comes near him again. The amount of right wing in this comic is really entertaining. Swaller, he gets some guns and starts leading a small grassroots militia. I want it on record that I think this is insane. Both sides are insane here. Burning books is insane. Shooting people for burning books is insane. Shooting Robbie Amell for coming near you is insane. But my God, it is dramatic genius. Have you ever seen the It TV show Arrow? That is no longer a It TV show because the CW ran it to the ground like they run everything to the ground. Well, this is Felicity. Yeah, she looks nothing like she does in Arrow. And in the comics, she is Robbie Amell's stepmom, which is opening the Arrow and Felicity relationship up to all sorts of incestual themes. She is banging her stepson's brother. Anyway, let's read some more dialogue. Robbie, you have to understand that what you have done is violate your partner. Come on, you make it sound like rape. This is such an entertaining comic. It has got the writing of an awful comic, but it is not an awful comic. It is really entertaining. I would say it is a good comic, and those quirks make it all the more enjoyable. I try not to discuss rape politics because a white man on YouTube is not the person with any right to discuss them. But I do think evoking rape here is a tad bit overblown. He betrayed Jack Bristow's trust and used them, but the thing is, there were issues of Firelord before this where he did the exact same thing without half the melodrama about him violating Jack Bristow. And truth be told, that I know that it has happened before, it does cheapen this story beat. A lot of the early Firelord stories had Robbie forcing the change when Jack didn't want to. I remember one when Jack was about to eat a really nice sandwich, and it was played for laughs there. It wasn't comparing it to rape. This is decent stuff in a vacuum though, and they obviously mend fences and once again become Firelord to stop the crazy ground war going on between the right-wing gun nuts who were mad about their statues coming down and the commie perverts with book-burning blood, letting every motive escalate, automotive incinerate, light a candle, light a motive, step down, watch a heel, crush, uh-oh, this means no fear, cavalier, renegade, and steer clear, tournament of lies, offer me solutions, offer me alternatives, and I decline. The other night I dreamt a nice continental drifted vibe, mountain sit in a line, 7 thumbs up.